exhaust particles, and we'll make this sort of a grey colour so that it's distinguishable. And we're going to move it down on top of our wing contrail particles. And what I'm going to do is load in Trapcode Particular, and then I'm just going to go to my animation presets, and I've saved the exhaust particles preset there. And what we need to do is, first of all, notice there's no particles in the scene. We need to go to our emitter and make sure that the layer in the layer emitter settings here is correct, and it is our engine ref, and that's going to make the emitter correct. But we also need to make sure our particles, and in this instance I've used sprite colorize so that I can give some color to it, but the layer is once again that smoke layer, and you'll see that there's our particles there. So some of the unique things that I've done, the emitter's very, very similar, although it does have a little bit of velocity to it and a little bit of velocity randomness to it, a bit of spread on the direction. But down here in the particle settings, we've got opacity over life is ramping down like so. I could even hit smooth there to smooth that a bit. And we also have color over life is ramping down. Actually, that needs to be set to over life, and the color is actually ramping from a black into a grey, and that's going to give us a bit blacker near the jet out into a bit more grey out wide here. And that's pretty much it, and you can certainly reverse engineer that particular layer or effect to see any other subtle changes. There aren't many others there, but that little bit of velocity is going to give us that that sort of bubbling movement of that exhaust fumes, as if it is actually under pressure. It is actually coming out rather than the contrails, which don't have any velocity. This is actually being ejected from the engine at some speed, and we need to replicate that in the actual effect. And so using that velocity of the particles is going to do that. So what we can do now, probably the last thing we need to do, is add a little bit of engine glow. And what we're going to do there, I'm just going to hide those exhaust fumes. I'm going to come in here a little bit tighter. I'm going to take my fighter layer, Control D to copy it, and I'm just going to